Hey guys, what's up? It's Iflin here, and in today's video, we are going to be fashion framing Protea Prime. Now, we're gonna be sticking to her actual, Protea Prime skin and the Protea Prime helmets. I did buy Prime accessories, so we are gonna be using the Prime helmet that came with that, and also the bandana, which you can see here on my back. We also got an ephemera this time around. I'm not too sure how I feel about the ephemera, and unfortunately, we have the dreaded zit. So this is gonna be staring me in the face while we do this fashion frame video, and it's gonna make me really tilt it, and probably you guys as well. So he's just gonna hang around there as we try to make Protea Prime look really cool. All right, so like I said, we have a fancy Protea Prime helmet which came with Prime accessories. So it's the Chronorum helmet, and then this is the regular Protea Prime helmet. I think she kind of looks like a moth. Not too sure which helmet is my favorite of the two. They do both look quite cool. I think the Chronorum helmet kind of looks more like her default, but then again, I don't really know. Like, you have this here sort of a bit of the head, if you can see where my cursor is, like this sort of like a visor here, and then the mask hanging down. Like, that's kind of similar between the two. You've got the mask here, you've got the eyes, but then the Prime version just looks a lot cooler. But then it's just like the actual head shape, I guess, of the Chrono Room looks more similar to the default. I like this helmet on my regular Protea Prime, or not regular Protea Prime, but regular Protea. So I don't know. I don't know which one I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna stick with the Chrono Room just because I guess I bought Prime accessories and it would be troll to buy it and then not use it. One thing that's really annoying me is actually these dangly bits here. So as you can see, they kind of flap up a little bit, and I don't think that looks natural. So, you know, instinctively you're like, oh, just use the other animation set, right? But the thing is, then they start to clip, and for some reason, I just feel like this frame, for whatever reason, just suits the Titania animations. So I think I'm gonna rock the Titania animations. The only problem now is the zit is staring at us. Like, if you just look at it like this, he looks pretty cool, right? And then also this animation or the stance makes this helmet look a lot better, at least in my opinion. But I'm still gonna stick with the Chrono Room. So a cool tip for you guys, whenever it comes to designing any of your frames, I always like to start with the accent color first, because I think it's a lot easier to sort of decide what color you want the sort of shiny bits, right? So I accidentally pressed tertiary there. So if we go ahead and we decide what color we want our accents to be, she is sort of like the tracer of Warframe, right? Because she's got that whole like rewind time thing, and for whatever reason, whenever I think about rewinding time, I think about a bright blue. Now, do I want bright blue to be on my accents? I don't really know. This is what it's looking like right now. I've kind of just decided that I want light blue to be somewhere on the frame. It could even just be the energy color, like it comes default. I'm not too sure. Like, this kind of looks cool. I'm a big sucker for this sort of like accent color. I think I might stick with this actually. This is one that's more on the darker side. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this one on for now, and here's what it looks like all around. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and choose, I don't know, let's choose the primary color next. I lied, we're not gonna choose the primary color. I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna choose the secondary color, and honestly, the yellow doesn't hit too bad. You go for like a bumblebee look, I'm not gonna lie. So like default is orange, so I don't know if I wanna go for orange again. Maybe that looks too samey. Then again, there's nothing wrong with just improving on what already works, you know what I mean? Not the biggest fan of bright colors, but it kind of works on Protea. This color kind of works as well. She looks like something out of a fantasy game or something. Brown even works. One thing that I wanted to keep in mind is the energy color. Like, whenever I'm spamming the first ability, Grenade Fan, what tends to happen is people get overwhelmed by the amount of grenade fans that I'm actually spamming, because my builds are quite spammy. I'm able to throw out a ton of grenade fans and a ton of blazing artilleries, and I think with the amount that's on the battlefield at the one time, having a bright energy color might not be the best idea. So for visibility's sake, I'm going to go ahead and keep the actual energy color to black. So then whenever I do throw down my grenade fan, you can't see it. But with that in mind, what color would we actually make her? This white kind of looks cool. Okay, guys, I found it. Daybreak color palette. I'm a big fan of blue, and this may be my new sort of like go-to little area of blues. They're not the best. I'm not the biggest fan of the lighter colors, but the darker colors, holy. Yeah, I think this is the one. This is kind of like a cool navy. Oh, I can't favorite it. Yeah, we're sticking with this. Look at this, man. That actually looks so clean. Okay, so next up we can mess around with the tertiary. Tertiary, I always like to keep darker. And whenever I say darker, I mean something from the bottom of the Grenier palette here. You can go with this style of gray, this style of gray, this style of gray, or this style of gray. And usually what I do is I just go, you know, up and down to see which one I like it the best. So I don't want something that's too dark. So the bottom two I sort of am ruling out right now. And the one that I like the most, the best balance, was kind of this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go left and right to see which one I like the most. And it's probably just going to be this one here at the end, to be honest. And now we can go ahead and we can change this primary color. Now you could go dark, but I do want to keep you know, a decent bit of light on the frame to sort of make it stick out. This gray isn't bad. Like, this looks nice. This also looks nice. This is like very new looking. This is very, I don't know, like beaten down, broken, old looking. Go into Daybreak and take a little look around in here. This looks okay, but I think it's too much of the one color because this is the accent color, right? And it just blends all over the place. Could go for like a dark purple or something like that. That could look cool. There's a dark purple. There's another darker purple. I'm genuinely thinking that just like a very bright white is literally just to play here because it just looks too good to pass up on, to be honest. Then the emissive color, like I said, I wanted to keep that light blue, and it does look cool, but I guess we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this and see what sticks out a little bit better, right? You could go for this yellow look, could go for like a green on her as well. Could even just throw a blue in there, like a darker shade of blue. The purple kinda works, but it doesn't stick out that much. It's got a cool sort of like little, if you look at there at the top of the helmet, the purple looks cool up there. Orange is kind of a go-to color for me whenever it comes to the energy color. Red just kind of looks deadly. It just sort of depends how pissed off you want your Warframe to look, I think. Like, this one looks very inviting with the green, but Protea is kind of like a Warframe that just everything dies to. So I'm gonna stick with that light blue and the lightest blue I possibly can. I think that looks very nice. All right, so that's our colors pretty much done. Let's go ahead and apply these to the Cyandana and look how well that all blends in. Holy, do a little twirl. Very nice. All right, next up we've got attachments. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the main colors just to see how they look at first. Got a cool dangly bit here, the Elastron. That looks kind of nice. The Amugi Prime looks okay, but I think it's too much of the dark color on there. Narvar Prime looks pretty sweet. Actually, hold on. Before we do anything, I'm going to go to sigils, and I literally always apply the sigil to like all of my frames whenever I fashion frame them. This one right here, and I really want to rotate it around. I really want the energy color that we have. So that was under Orican. That's the bottom right one. That was in there. That doesn't look the exact same, but it's kind of it. And then that little gold part around there, that was from our dojo, and it was right there, I think. I think I have these colors mixed up, so I'm going to go ahead and just favorite them. So that was that for the outside, and then the Orican one we did get right. We go back to sigils, back to my front sigil, go ahead and apply that right shade there. That is what that looks like. Turn up the alpha all the way so it sort of blends. And I guess whenever you don't squint at it too hard and you're sort of zoomed out, it looks great. I think I want to move it down just a little bit like that so the tip of the energy hits this here bit here. And now, saying I've got that equipped, now I'll go look at the chest pieces. Because we've got a lot of like dangly chest pieces nowadays, and like ones that have like big gaps. Like, for example, here the Dex actually works really well. You've got this added sort of like glowy effect, the light blue, right? So it all just fits. Okay, we're going to keep that one in mind, and we're going to take a look at some of the other ones. I don't like the dot line because it covers my sigil. So anything that covers the sigil is basically just out of the picture for us. This one is a definite no. Like, it doesn't cover the sigil, but look at the clipping down here at the bottom. This one's pretty nice. It's a nice little medallion that goes in the chest. Maybe some of the medallion type ones are kind of more better, more better. Good to go. I don't know. That one looks fine. It's got that cool energy effect. HanoCon 2022 doesn't look bad. I think I've already made my mind up though. I think we're definitely going with that Dex one. And NASA doesn't look too bad, but I just don't think that suits the theme of Protea. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dex one. That one just worked. Let's throw that on. And then on the shoulders, I don't like anything too big on the shoulders, and I like my logo to sort of stick out. So this doesn't really work with the Cyandana that we've got, because if you wiggle a little bit, there's the clipping. I guess if you're playing, that's not going to be noticeable, but I don't know. It looks nice from the front. Like if we go ahead and we throw on both of these from the front, like look how good that looks. Here's both of them equipped from the back, but I just like that clipping just bothers me so much. Like Edo Prime is usually a go-to for me, but also we're clipping with the Cyandana again. So it's not so much that the shoulder plates are the problem, kind of more the Cyandana. Now this Doppler one kind of works, I just don't think it suits our theme right now. It's more so to do with how our Protea's standing as well, like the Titania animation. Maybe we straight up just try a different animation then. I've been a big fan of the Citrine animations. I've never tried to take a look at her Agile one though, so looks okay, I think. Let's try putting it on. I just don't like how she stands. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like it. It's okay. Maybe I'm being a little bit OCD here, but I just don't know. I just don't think it suits Protea. I don't know. Citrine Noble doesn't work because of the clipping. Banshees kind of works. I genuinely cannot settle on an animation. There's like a lot of different tiny things that I find that are just kind of wrong with them, to be honest. So much clipping is unreal. Nova's kind of works actually. Oh my god, why did I leave this one to last? Trinity's is also pretty okay. You don't really notice. Oh, there's some clipping right there. Oh no. What about Wisp? I literally haven't tried Wisp. Nah, too much clipping on Wisp. Like Nova's looks nice, but I just don't like how this thing is dangling. I'm maybe being a little bit too OCD with that. Like it's better dangling like this, to be honest, with the Agile one. Yeah, I think I'm settling on Nova Agile for now. And now if we take a look at the attachments, what do we like? The Edo works now because we're not standing in a weird way, so you can go ahead and throw Edo on and it looks pretty nice. The Sorex kind of fits her theme, but it's quite bulky for how tiny she kind of is. Avia kind of works too. So I went ahead and threw the Sorex on both of them, and it kind of looks alright. Gonna walk around a little bit with it. I don't know. Yeah, no. This is a no. Now we're walking around a little bit with the Edo. That's probably gonna be the best we can get, honestly. Go ahead and move on to the legs. So, got these dangly bits. They look okay on the thigh. We've got the dop line, which is from Gauss Prime, which looks actually pretty sick. My next go-to for the legs is normally a Mugi. That fits very well. Go for a Mugi in both the legs and see how that looks. It's a lot of white though. I'm gonna go back to the dop line and take a look at that on both the legs. Honestly, that looks pretty sick and it doesn't clip. Let's walk around with it and see how that looks. Let's see. Yeah, that isn't bad. I like that. Just gives it a little bit more detail, doesn't it? Just having those spiky bits come from the legs. I mean, it's not the sexiest thing in the world, but like it's different, you know, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. Go back to our attachments. We can throw on the bunny ears. Holy. And then the ephemera. So it's a new ephemera. I forget the name of it, and I can't just type in Protea Prime, I'm pretty sure, to make it show up. It's the Temporal Prime ephemera. So it does this cool effect where it like basically snapshots what your frame was like a second ago. So if I stand still for just a little bit, you should be able to see it anytime now. There you go. So you get that whole like Protea Prime effect going on. And you walk and then, yeah, it sort of sits in place. So I'm going to keep that on just to stay on theme. So it might look weird from time to time, but that's kind of it. And then you can throw on a Signia if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. And that's kind of it. He looks kind of sick, not going to lie. Let's go ahead and color the Velox Prime and the Okina Prime. Why not? Try casting an ability. This is how our Protea Prime ended up looking. Like, I can't get over freaking Zit, man. Holy. Why does that thing have to exist? Hold on. I want to jump again. Up. And then we go back and see her prime balls. Looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. I like it. I think it stays on, like, my channel's color theme as well. Very good, very nice, not gonna lie. Then here we have in the pitch black, you can see that big freaking blob that's on. Ah, that's so annoying, the big blob. But it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all. I'm quite happy with how this turned out, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect to do this good, but holy, we threw something great together. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit like. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.